What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we actually have a data download, and this data download is giving us two new units, one of which being the new Rumble Legend, and another one being the brand new co-op quest Grand Feast Sugo character. So we do have San Juan Wolf coming as the Rumble Legend, which makes a ton of sense considering the whole celebration that we've had recently with the end of month batch with Devon and Van Orga, and then the Kizuna Clash Sugo Fest with Vasco Shot. So they're continuing on that route with a San Juan Wolf, which is kind of interesting because Wolf actually does have a Rumble Rare Recruit already, and now he's getting a Rumble Legend as well. So we'll break down exactly what he's got going on. Next, the co-op quest character. So this is going to be in the Grand Feast Sugo Fest with Baby Bonney, and then we have this as the 5-star plus. Remember how this works. We have this character that you pull for in the co-op quest Sugo Fest, which will be coming up in the middle of November, and then during the Kizuna Clash in November, you can acquire the skulls to then super evolve the Bonney into this form. So we'll break down all of this in this video today. Let's go ahead and get into things with San Juan Wolf. He's a powerhouse fighter, which I guess shouldn't be much of a surprise. Powerhouse makes a ton of sense considering all of the Blackbeard pirates that they've been releasing have been powerhouse. I was kind of expecting him to be driven as well, but powerhouse fighter is fine. He is int, he's obviously Blackbeard pirates, he's also classified as a giant, which could be good for other characters in the future. Alright, so Captain Effect is going to give powerhouse and fighter characters 1.3 HP, 5.5 attack. When you're 50% or below, 5x otherwise, whatever. Int slots are matching for powerhouse and fighter. And then if you have 3 or more Blackbeard pirates on the crew cannot be blown away, and also you get 1.1 times bonus to Blackbeard pirate characters. It makes sense. I mean, you got to remember though that this is a Rumble Legend, so he's not going to have a super type, super class, or anything like that. So you have to keep that in mind. He can't be blown away. You get additional base stats, nothing crazy there. The special will increase crew's HP by 30%. This effect of his special can be activated one time, including any specials with a similar effect. We've seen this before with other characters. This is a very uncommon ability, but straight up a 30% increase to your HP, that's interesting, I guess. And then reduces all enemies' damage threshold by 7 turns. It reduces crew's decreased chain multiplier growth rate by 7 turns, so chain reductions is like, this is a very whatever ability, considering Van Orga just straight up gives you a chain boundary, okay? If you have 3 or more Blackbeard pirate characters on the crew, further increases your attack boost by 2x, or base attack boost by 2x, up to a max of 6,000. Further increases crew's base attack by 1.5 times otherwise, maximum of plus 4,000. Okay, that's kind of crazy. This is definitely the biggest base attack boosting kind of effect we've ever seen. And then after that, int, powerhouse, and fighter characters, 2,000 base attack for 2 turns. It can be buffed twice. Does he have double special? No, he's got fear reduction, slot bind, and then enrage. Okay, if he had double special launch, this special would actually be very, very good. However, so the way that it works is if you have 3 or more Blackbeard pirates, you get the 2 times base attack boost. Otherwise, you only get a 1.5 times base attack boost, increasing up to 4,000 or 6,000 if you have the tags. And then the 2,000 base attack boost for 2 turns. Let's keep it real here. You're not using this special in a lot of content. You're just really not. The way that I see this character is that, hey, it's another character that you can put on a team that fulfills the condition of being a Blackbeard pirate, synergizes with the rest of the characters. It doesn't really seem that crazy. He does have fear reduction to ensure that he will not ever be blown away, so I guess that could be kind of interesting, but let's keep it real here. This character's not that great. Let's see what they do in Rumble, though, because that could really change things. No support? Yeah, no useful support there. Alright, so in Rumble, he evades Force Out, and then also you get damage reduction versus Psy, and then does more damage towards Psy. Rumble ability. Powerhouse and fighter teammates, HP and defense 6, guard up 5, blow away percent at level 5. If you have 4 more Blackbeard pirates on the team, powerhouse and fighter characters, 4 attack, 4 HP. I guess, like, if you're running that team, yes, it seems good, but it's not wowing me by any stretch. 27 seconds. What is he classified as? I guess we're going to find out with his special ability. 27 seconds, does a large range 3x damage. Fighter and powerhouse teammates blow away percent up level 5. Blackbeard pirate teammates 100% chance to evade damage ignoring defense for 15 seconds. Wow. If you have 4 more Blackbeard pirates on the team, targets all enemies for 4 times damage. Whoo. And the fact that he is a 20 cost character in Rumble, yeah, this is pretty good. That's a very good special ability. I mean, the Rumble ability wasn't that exciting, but that special is very good. Of course, you do basically have to run the full Blackbeard Pirate teams to really get the most out of this. But I mean, if you are going to be running Blackbeard Pirate characters, this is quite good. I mean, like, let's keep it real, right? You could run something like, you know, this guy along with Avalo Pizarro, Rumble legend, who is also a Blackbeard Pirate. And then you just need 2 other Blackbeard Pirate characters. We have plenty of Blackbeards in the game. You've got the one that just came out with the 6+. You've got Versus Blackbeard, of course, both of which are being powerhouse. And then at that point, you just run 1 additional Blackbeard Pirate in some capacity, and you can get things rolling. So he seems quite good, and the more and more Blackbeard Pirates that we get, the better this will be. I do think that this is good in the context of Blackbeard Pirates. If you're not running him on Blackbeard Pirates, he's absolutely trash. You're just not ever using this character, okay? So I think it's pretty safe to assume you don't need to pull for this character, especially because we have the Half Annie coming up very shortly in the middle of November. We've got the New Year's celebration at the end of December. I think it's probably a wise decision to conserve your gems. But hey, if you do have the gems to spend, you have all of the Blackbeard Pirates that have been releasing, might not be a bad addition to those squads, but I think it's pretty safe to assume you should be conserving your gems. Alright, next. Co-op Quest Bonney. So I don't really think we should really talk about this version of Bonney. I think we should just go straight to the 5+ because you're not really going to be having this version of Bonney unless if you failed to pick up the skulls during the Kizuna Clash. So I think we're just going to skip this one. Let's go straight to the 5+. What I will say is this artwork is crazy, and I think a lot of people really want to see like a legend version of this Bonney, and I'm sure we probably will get it at some point. But let's see what we have for this character. So remember, you get the character from Co-op Quest, you evolve it via Kizuna Clash. So this is a 5+ Free Spirit Cerebral Int, Child Paramecia Egghead, and then the Captain ability gives Int Free Spirit Cerebral 1.3 HP, 4.5 attack, 5x when they have Recovery, Tandem, or a Similar slot, or a Rainbow slot, okay? Makes Recovery, Tandem, and Similar matching. When the enemy is inflicted with damage reduction, reduces that effect by 70%. Interesting. Okay, so if the enemy has a 70% damage reduction, it becomes a 0% damage reduction. This is quite good though, because even if it's like a 99% damage reduction, reducing that by 70%, in a lot of cases, you can just kill an enemy through that. Like, that's pretty reasonable, actually. Does she have a super effect? She doesn't. Okay, so you're probably not going to be using her as a captain, unless if she has some kind of ability to make her become the captain in the middle of a quest, or you abuse another effect to make her the captain in the middle of a quest. Probably not, though. It's not a great captain ability, but it's not unusable, I suppose. Crewmate ability changes middle row slots to recovery at the start of the quest and then makes recovery and similar matching. That's pretty decent. If you have a Free Spirit territory, you get 250 base attack to the whole crew, otherwise it's 100. That's pretty decent. Alright, Distorted Future, Nika-Like Future. 13 turn cooldown, 200 times attack and non-type damage to a single target. Reduces despair duration by 6 turns, that's pretty good. Makes it easier to land perfects for 1 turn. And after the crew lands 3 perfect strikes, it boosts Int, Free Spirit, and Cerebral characters' attack when landing a successful strike by 1.75 times for 1 turn. If 2 or more child characters or 4 or more Paramecia are on the crew, reduces slot bind by 6, right column to recovery, left column to similar. I mean, let's keep it real. It's not that great. It's really not. So like the damage dealing effect to one enemy, I mean, it's a damage dealing special, so certain supports can be triggered that way, which is good. Despair reduction, I like. Makes it easier to land perfects, which goes into where if you hit 3 perfects, you get the Int, Free Spirit, and Cerebral attack when you land a successful strike. Now, when I read this, the wording is very, very odd to me, because the wording to me sounds very similar to Khalifa. Which is the, oh my god, I just lost something on my desk, oh my god. It sounds very similar to Khalifa. So this Khalifa had a special where it was like, where was it? It would reduce these effects, and then boost attack of quick dex fighter shooter by 3x for 1 turn. If you have attack up when the special is activated, boost the orbs. And then if you have attack up and orb boosts tap timing attack of quick dex fighter shooter by 2x following a chain of perfect. I guess it's not the same, but the wording is so weird here where it says if you land 3 perfect strikes, Boost int free spirit cerebral characters attack when landing a successful strike. So I don't know if this just means straight up 1.75 times attack, or if this is like one of those different attack buffs that can stack with normal attack buffs. If that is the case, then this is definitely a lot better than what we are kind of expecting it to be. But if this is just a normal 1.75 times attack boost, then yeah, who gives a damn, right? Like, who really cares? And then the condition having to have 2 child characters or 4 paramecias to remove the slot bind and also get the orb change. The wording here makes it sound like the orb change is locked behind having the tag, which in my opinion is kind of terrible. I will say 4 more paramecias isn't like the hardest thing to do. 2 more child characters might be difficult. Of course, this character counts as a child, so you just need 1 other child character to get this to work. I suppose it's not that difficult, but at the same time, like, why lock it behind a tag functionality? I just don't like that. Okay, and then she does have rumble stuff, but I don't think it's going to be that useful. You get some healing, free spirit cerebral teammates defense, Kuma and Jenny get an attack buff, CT up, and then during assault rumble, 1 driven character gets defense down level 10. I mean, like, why? Who cares? Yeah, this is not that great. But hey, look, at the end of the day, it's a free-to-play character that you will be able to use in content because this character will be boosted throughout the next month or so. So we're assuming that this is going to have some kind of synergy with the upcoming half anniversary character. We'll have to see. But I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions about this one down below. Are you guys going to be pulling for the San Juan Wolf Rumble Legend? I know I personally will not be doing that, but hey, more power to those that do. And then, of course, we have the brand new Bonney, who will be getting a 5+ during the upcoming Kizuna Clash. So hopefully you enjoyed the video today. If you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.